Hi, welcome. This is Lara from Om3 Yoga, and we're going to start our session this afternoon. So we're going to go ahead and begin on our backs, and your feet are on the ground, the knees are bent to the sky. And just take a moment. You can rest your arms alongside your body. You can maybe bring palms up, palms down. Or one other option is to bring one hand on the belly and the other hand at the center of the chest. And then let's take a really big, deep breath. Fill your whole torso up with the breath. Maybe feel your hands move if they're on the body. And then you're going to exhale and slowly release the chest and belly down. Perhaps you want to maybe move your shoulders a little bit or readjust your hips or your feet. Allow yourself to move if you need to. And let's take a really big, deep breath again. Fill your whole torso up with your breath. The belly and the chest, maybe even start to feel the rib cage expand. And then exhale, letting go. Let's take one more big, deep breath in. And exhale, let go. And continue to maybe resume with a little bit more normal, casual breath. But feeling your body move. Maybe feel your jaw release a little bit, your face soften. And just letting your body release any tension as you breathe. Take just a few moments here. And perhaps as you breathe in, you're breathing your energy back into you. And you exhale and release what no longer serves you. Allow yourself to come be present here now. And continue to stay here if this feels good and nurturing for you, or if you feel like you're ready to begin to move a little bit. Let's start to reach your arms overhead, stretch your arms out, and then maybe stretch your legs out too. And as you do this, you might need to reposition your body, and then let's just kind of wiggle your ankles and your wrists, rotate them. Just let your body shift a little bit. See if you can find some space. Maybe you start to notice that you're like, oh, I didn't realize that was a little tender. That was a little stiff. Just kind of honoring and letting your body move and breathe into it. And we're going to exhale and slowly start to draw your knees towards your chest. Let's wrap your arms around your knees. If that doesn't feel good, bring the hands behind the knees. And we'll rock a little bit here from side to side. Again, maybe wiggle the shoulders. And if your eyes were closed, perhaps opening and closing them a few times. And then as you're squeezed in here, let's turn your head to the right. And again, you might want to readjust your shoulders. Notice how your neck's feeling. Again, eyes can be open or closed. And then we're going to inhale, bring your head back to neutral, and then turn your head the other direction. And again, readjust your neck if you need to. Just keep breathing. And then we're going to inhale and come bring your head to neutral. This time, let's bring your arms alongside the body and reach the legs to the sky. Maybe point and flex your feet if this is challenging for you. Maybe grab onto the backs of the legs. And then we're going to slowly start to exhale. We'll grab behind the knees this time and maybe rock up and down a few times on the ground. See if that feels good for your back. And if this is challenging, again, just roll over to the side. That's fine. Take care of your body. And then let's come up to a seat. And bringing your hands behind you, let's bend your knees again, feet on the ground. We're going to drop the knees to the right. And then let's lift up. And then knees over to the left. And lift up. Over to the right. And coming up. And then over to the left. And back up. One more time to the right. and back up, and then over to the left and back up. Beautiful. Let's gently stretch your legs out here. We're going to reach your arms up to the sky. Take a slight bend in the knees and fold forward. Maybe bring your chin to your chest. Feel the shoulders move away from the ears. Take 2 breaths here. Maybe breathe into the back of the body on your next inhalation. And then letting it go. We're going to inhale, rise back up. Let's exhale, bring your hands behind you. We're going to crisscross our legs this time. And then bring the hands forward. We'll find tabletop pose. Coming onto the hands and knees, shoulders over your wrists. Adjust your body as you need to. And then we're going to gently move the spine. So let's start by exhaling, rounding through the spine, chin to the chest. Press to the hands and the knees, feeling them on the mat. And then inhale, lift your tailbone up, belly down, roll the shoulders back, look up. Exhale, let's gently round through the spine, chin to the chest, tailbone down. Slowly lifting the tailbone up, drop the belly down, roll the shoulders back, look up. And once again, beautiful. Inhale, find a flat back. Let's bring your hips towards your heels. And then we're going to inhale, come back to tabletop. Now this time we're going to exhale, bring your hips towards your heels again. Chin to the chest, press to the hands, and we'll press to the tops of the feet, knees. Inhale, let's reach up towards the ceiling. Palms forward, bend the elbows out to the side. Inhale, reach back up. Draw the belly to the spine, sink your hips towards your heels, slowly folding forward. Inhale, tabletop shape. Exhale, let's gently bring your hips back towards your heels, child shape. Press, feel the spine lengthen. Press to the tops of the feet, knees. Inhale, lift the arms to the ceiling. Exhale, elbows out to the side, squeeze the shoulders together. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, let's come right back down, child shape. Inhale, tabletop. One last time. Exhale, let's come sink back. Beautiful. Press to the tops of the feet, knees. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, elbows out to the side. Squeeze the shoulders together. Feel the front of the chest open. Inhale, back up. Exhale, let's come right back down. Child shape. Inhale, we'll find tabletop. Exhale, let's curl the toes under for a moment, and you can sink your hips towards your heels, stay right here, or maybe lift the hips up high, finding a downward dog or a modification. Maybe keeping the knees bent, feel your belly and thighs, just feel your upper back stretch out. Especially if you've been sitting a lot lately, this might feel good. 2 and 1, we're gonna slowly start to come back down. From here, we're gonna inhale, reach your right arm to the sky. Exhale, back down. Let's do that again. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, back down. Beautiful. Let's try that on the left side. Inhale, reach your left arm high. Exhale, back down. Inhale, let's lift up, maybe looking up at your thumb. Exhale, back down. Once again, inhale and exhaling. Beautiful. Let's inhale, lengthen and look up. Curl the toes under again. Bring your hips towards your heels, belly to the thighs. Let's lift the hips high. Downward dog. Again, you can keep those knees bent. Beautiful. Maybe even walk your feet back, even if the knees are bent a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Let's inhale. Come bring your body forward to a plank. Hold here. Feel your shoulders come over your fingertips. See if you can come onto the tips of the toes. 2, 1. We're going to come down to the belly. Releasing the feet. We'll bring your arms alongside your body, palms face up. Rolling the shoulders back. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, let's come back down. Let's try that again. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Exhale, back down. One more time. Inhale. And exhaling. Beautiful. Hands under the shoulders. We're going to slowly press to tabletop. Let's step your right foot between your hands. From here, sinking into that right knee as much as it feels good, feeling that hip flexor stretch on the left side. 2 and 1. We're gonna slowly walk the hands back a little bit. Maybe start to straighten that front leg. Bring your toes toward your head. As you do that, if it feels a big stretch behind the knee, keep the knee slightly bent, but perhaps lift your tailbone to the sky to feel your hamstring stretch. 2 and 1. We're gonna bend back into the knee, hands on either side of the foot. We'll step your left foot to meet your right. Fold forward. Inhale, let's look up halfway. Exhale, we're gonna bring your hands back down. Now we'll step your right foot back, drop down to the knee. Sinking way into that front left knee to feel the hip flexor stretch on the right side. Roll the shoulders back a little bit. Breathing here. 2 and 1. Now we're gonna walk your hands back, lift your toes toward your head, lift the tailbone up, roll the shoulders back. Beautiful. 2 and 1. Now let's gently start to bend back into that front leg. Hands on either side of the foot. We'll step your right foot to meet your left. Fold forward. Inhale, looking up halfway. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, let's rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Pause here, close your eyes. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice your breath. Maybe bend your knees a little bit, create some softness within the joints of the body. Perhaps again, feel the lower jaw release away from the upper jaw. And see if you can breathe in and out of your nose. Allowing the nose to help filter the air that you bring into your body. Feeling yourself steady and stable, maybe noticing if you're not. Don't judge it, just be aware. And then we're going to slowly start to release the hands. We'll shake out a little bit. Inhale, let's reach all the way up to the sky. And then maybe bring your arms behind your ears. See if you can feel your chest lift up to the sky, shoulders drop down a little bit. And then exhale, we're going to slowly fold forward, chin to the chest. Inhale, we'll slide the hands on the shins, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lower your hands back down. Let's step the left foot back. We're going to drop down to the knee, sink into the hips. You can stay right here or maybe reach the arms up. Exhale, let's lower your hands down. Straightening that front leg once again, we'll flex your toes toward your head. Lift the tailbone up. Big stretch. Now, perhaps this time you want to bring your toes to the right. And now your toes to the left. We're going to gently come back. You're going to bend into that right leg, left hand under the shoulder. Let's reach your right arm to the sky. Take a twist. Now you can stay right here, keep your left knee on the ground, or maybe lift that left knee up and see if you can rock forward a little bit. Perhaps look up at your thumb. 2 and 1. We're going to exhale, lower the hand down. Step your feet forward, fold forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, let's rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Bring the arms behind the ears, lift your heart up. Exhale, we're going to bend the knees, hinge from your hips, fold forward, chin to the chest. Inhale, let's look up halfway. Exhale, hands down. Step your right foot back. We're going to drop down to the right knee. Sink into the hips. You can stay right here or maybe reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Energizing, breathing. 2 and 1. Let's exhale. We're going to lower the hands down. Keep the right hand under the shoulder. Lift the right knee off the mat. Maybe reach that left arm to the sky. If you want to keep that knee down, I forgot we did that for a few moments. So you choose what feels good for your body. If your knee's off the mat, try to come on the ball of the foot or come onto the toes. 2 1. We're going to exhale, lower the hands down. Let's step your feet together, fold forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, let's fold down. Inhale, we'll reach all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms high, maybe lean back a little bit. Exhale, we're gonna slowly, slowly fold forward. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, let's bring the hands down. We're gonna step our feet back, downward dog. Feel the spine really lengthen here. Press to the hands, press to the fingertips. Hopefully you're feeling more space in your body. And then we're gonna inhale, come forward to plank. Hold, come onto your tippy toes. Even if it's a little bit shaky here, just noticing your core getting stronger. Maybe pull your head back a little bit. 2, 1. We're gonna either lower all the way down to the belly or knees, chest, and chin. Let's slide your hands back a little bit. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze the elbows together, lift your heart up. Elbows can be slightly bent, arms straight, maybe knees off the mat. 2 and 1. We're gonna slowly come back. Let's find a child shape. Press to the tops of the feet and knees if you want. Maybe inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, let's bring your hands to your hips. Roll the shoulders and elbows back. Lean back, lift your heart up. 2 and 1. We're gonna inhale. Let's come back up. Exhale, we'll lower your hands down. Curl the toes under, hips high, downward dog. Beautiful. 2 and 1. We're gonna gaze between the thumbs, tippy toe your feet to the top of the mat. And let's take a forward fold for a moment. So perhaps bend your knees, belly onto the thighs. You can grab onto your elbows. You can let your arms dangle. It might feel good to interlace your hands behind your back. Feel your shoulders open up, shake your head and neck out. Maybe even try to squeeze the palms together. Notice what happens with the shoulders. 2 and 1. Now we're going to bring the hands to the hips. We'll bend your knees. Lift your chest up, keep the knees bent. We're gonna reach the arms high, chair pose. Breathing 3, 2, 1. Exhale, hands to the heart. Pause here. Breathe. Notice your shifts and changes in your body. Beautiful. We're gonna inhale, let's reach your arms up. We're gonna bring the hands to the hip crease. We'll tilt the tailbone back, bend the knees, make sure you can see your toes. This time, let's reach your arms out in front of you. Palms are gonna face one another, and now you're gonna reach your right arm open. Exhale, let's come back. Now this time, left arm open. Exhale, come back. Let's try that again. Right arm, beautiful. And back, left arm. And back. One more time. Right arm, and back, left arm. And back. Beautiful. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach up high. Exhale, we're gonna fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands down. Keep your right foot forward. We'll step your left foot back. Now you can come on the ball of the foot or maybe bring that foot flat. So see what feels good. Bending into your front knee. Press to the feet. Feel the inner thighs squeeze together. We'll reach your arms to the sky. Bring your hands to your heart. Let's reach your arms forward. And now you're going to reach your head forward, arms back. 2 and 1. Now from here, let's bring your right forearm on your right thigh. You're going to turn your left toes out to the side. Roll the shoulders back. You can stay right here. Maybe reach that left arm to the sky. Look up at your thumb. Feel your tailbone reach towards that back left heel. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to exhale. Inhale, lift to warrior B. We're going to come on the ball of the back foot, reach your arms high, and then hands together, feet at the front of the mat. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, we'll fold forward. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, fold forward again. Stepping your right foot back this time, ball the foot flat. Left knee slightly bent. Press through the feet, feel the inner thighs squeeze together. Reach the arms to the ceiling. Beautiful. Feel the space in your body. 2 and 1. We're going to reach your head forward, sweep your arms back, roll the shoulders back. 2 And one. Now you're going to bring your left forearm on your thigh. We'll turn your right toes out and reach your right arm high, maybe looking up at your thumb. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. We're going to reach your arm back, lift to warrior B. Beautiful. Coming on the ball of the back foot, hands to the heart, and then step your feet together. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, let's fold forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, hands down. Step the feet back, downward dog. Beautiful. Feel your spine really lengthening out. Noticing the shifts and changes. Let's inhale, find plank, holding the plank, getting that core strength. Breathing here, even if it's a little bit shaky, it's so good for our bodies. 2 and 1. Let's drop down to the knees, hips to the heels, child shape. Inhale, we're going to come slide forward onto the belly. Roll the shoulders back, lift your heart up, up dog or cobra. Exhale, let's come back to child shape. Feel free to stay down and rest or press through the tops of the feet. Knees will lift your arms up. Exhale, hands to the hips. Roll the shoulders back, press the hips forward, lift your heart up. Feel your glutes engage. Let the glutes engage to protect your back. 2 and 1. We're going to inhale, lift up, reach the arms up. Exhale, let's lower the hands down. Child's pose or curl the toes under for downward dog. Shake your head and neck out. 2 and 1. Now let's bring the feet a little bit closer together. We're going to work with the hips again. So you might want to walk your feet up a little bit. And then you're going to lift your right leg high. You're going to bend your right knee and try to open up your hips. So try to stack your right hip on your left hip. Maybe if you looked underneath your left armpit, you could see your toes. Imagine. 2 and 1. Let's release that. Take a big breath. Let's inhale, find plank. Exhale, downward dog. Beautiful. Let's take that. Left leg high. We're going to bend the left knee, open up the hip, maybe looking for the left toes underneath your right armpit. Keep breathing, finding the space in the body. So noticing it, this side feels way different for me than the other side. So just observe what's happening in your body. 2 and 1. We're going to release, bring that foot down. Inhale, let's find plank again. We'll lower down to the belly. Beautiful. Arms alongside the body, palms up. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heart up and the feet up. 2 and 1. Let's come back down. Let's do that again. Roll the shoulders back, lift your heart up. 2 and 1. We're going to come right back down. Hands under the shoulders. We'll slowly press to tabletop. And then let's step your feet to the front of the mat. Fold forward. Bending into the knees again, press through the feet. Let's bring your hands to your hips. Keep those knees bent. We'll slowly lift up and then reach your arms out. Press the knees out towards the pinky toes. Feel the outer thighs engage. 2, 1. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Breathe. Beautiful. Hands back to the hips. We're going to step your left leg back. Keep that right knee bent. You can, again, ball the back foot or foot flat, whatever your preference is. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, we're going to straighten the leg. Bring your hands, let's interlace your hands behind your back. Step your left foot up a little bit. Roll the shoulders back. Now we're going to lean forward halfway. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Now, perhaps you're going to bend your right knee. Press through your right foot and maybe lift your left leg off the mat. Try. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Feet together. Release. Just notice how the body feels. Does it feel different from when we began? Maybe close your eyes, feeling just different energy and sensations in your body. Let's bring your hands back to your hips. We're going to slowly step your right leg back. Beautiful. We're gonna inhale, let's reach your arms up for a moment. And then straighten the leg. We'll interlace your hands behind your back. Now see if you can put your opposite thumb on top, whatever doesn't feel normal. It just gives your shoulders an opportunity to open up a little differently. And then step your right foot up, we'll roll the shoulders back and then lean forward. Keep breathing. 2 and 1. Now let's take a slight bend in that front knee. You're gonna lift your right leg off the mat perhaps. 4, keep breathing. Just do the best that you can. All you need to do is breathe. 2 and 1. We're gonna bring the feet down. Woo! Shake it out a little bit. Close your eyes. Let's inhale, reach your arms up high. Once again, we're gonna bring the hands to the hips. Take the hip creases, sink back. We're gonna reach your arms all the way up. Press the knees out to the pinky toes today. Feeling these outer quads engaged. 2, 1, all the way up. Exhale, let's fold forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Beautiful. Inhale, let's come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. We're gonna bring your hands to your hips. Let's step your feet out wide. We're gonna gently turn your right toes out. We'll bend into the knee, warrior B. Now, bringing your left hand to your right hip, reach your right arm back. And then we're gonna come sweep the other way. So right hand towards that left hip, left arm overhead. We're gonna do that 2 more times. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Let's rest your forearm on your thigh. Maybe really reach and stretch that left arm, perhaps looking up at your hand. 2 and 1. We're gonna reach and sweep that arm back, lift up, straighten the leg, feet parallel. Doing this on the other side. So let's take your left toes out, warrior B. Now we're gonna slowly start to take your right hand to your left hip, reach that left arm back, and then exhale, we'll sweep the other way. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Staying here, bring your forearm on your thigh, reach and stretch. Find more space in your body, more than you can imagine. 3, 2, and 1. Let's inhale, we're gonna come back up, feet parallel. Now we're gonna bring your hands to your hips. You're gonna hinge forward, lean forward halfway, and then reach your arms out wide. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back up. Let's try that again. We're gonna lean forward. Now this time, maybe coming all the way down, grabbing onto the sides of the feet or the sides of the legs, pull your head down. Shake your head and neck out. Keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna inhale, we're gonna slowly come up. Now we're gonna take your right hand, bring that towards your chest, the palms facing your chest. Left hand is gonna go, and so the back of the hand is facing. We're gonna bring the hands together and then pull the hands apart. Feel your shoulders squeeze together. Now we're gonna turn your right toes out. We'll bend into the knee, warrior B again. Breathing here. Now perhaps leaning in and inhale back up. And again, let's lean in, inhale back up. One more time, let's lean in, and then you can stay here if this feels really good to open the shoulders, or maybe reach up and try to bring your right hand onto the ground this time. Maybe look at your left hand in the sky. 2 and 1. Let's come up. Feet parallel, arms down. Roll the shoulders back. Now we're gonna do this the other side. So left hand to the chest, back of the right hand, and then you're gonna slowly grab the hands, pull apart. Take your left toes now, bending into the knee. Beautiful. Again, you can stay right here. You maybe wanna lean in with me. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, and inhale. Exhale. Now you can stay here. Again, if that feels good for the shoulders, or let the arms open up. Maybe looking up at the right hand. 2 and 1. Let's come all the way back up. Beautiful. We're gonna take a twist this time. So let's reach up. Now you're gonna bring your left hand towards your right foot. Maybe reach and look at that right hand. You can stay here, or bring your hand behind your back. 2, and 1. We're going to gently release and unwind. Fold forward, shake it out. Inhale, we'll come all the way up. Reach your arms out wide. Let's do this on the other side. So you're going to reach your right hand toward your left foot. Left arm's reaching high, maybe hands on the lower back just to help twist a little bit further. So notice what feels good for your body. Bend your knees, shift and adjust. So don't be uncomfortable. What feels good for you? You're inside your body, you know. 2, and 1. We're going to exhale, release. You're going to fold forward once again. Inhale, we'll come all the way up. Exhale, hands down. Let's hop your feet together. All right, so we're going to take one last position here and then we'll come down to the ground. So what you're going to do is take your right foot in front of your left. You're going to take your right hand down, left hand in front of it. Interlace your hands, and then you're going to slowly bring your hands towards your body and come back up. While you're here, let your eyes close. Just breathe. Notice the sensations you might be feeling within your body. No, they're just sensations. They will pass through. Just send your breath. Maybe you feel a little wobbly. Just notice that. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to gently release the hands, and then you'll unwind your feet. Shake out. Let's try that on the other side. So taking that left foot in front of the right this time, left hand down, right hand in front, and then we're going to slowly lift up. And breathe once again. Softening, noticing. Notice if this side's easier than the others and more challenging. Just observe your experience, and maybe you don't remember, and that's fine. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to slowly release and release. Beautiful. Let's inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, we're going to come sink down and find a seat. So let's start with a crisscross leg position. Let your body adjust. And we're going to start with some moves in the torso. So right hand down, we're going to reach your left arm overhead. Drop your ear towards your shoulder. Inhale, we'll come back up, other side. Inhaling up, and again, side to side, feeling that big stretch. And again, one more time. And last side, beautiful. Let's inhale, we're gonna slowly come up. Now we're gonna rotate and turn your body to the right, turn your head to the right. And then exhale, other side. And again. And again. Let's do that one more time from side to side. Beautiful. And again. Slowly starting to come back to neutral. Let's release the legs, shake out a little bit. From here, you're going to take a slight bend in the knees. We'll reach your arms high and slowly grab your feet or your legs, whatever works for you. You can stay here or maybe straighten the legs out to fold forward. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to inhale. Let's rise up. Taking your left foot now over to the left, we're going to bring your right foot towards the inner thigh. So your legs are more at an angle. The left leg is not straight in front of you. But what we're going to start to do is turn our torso now towards that left leg. You can stay here because you might feel a big twist. Feel the twist if you can more in the upper back than the lower back. And then you can stay here, or if you want, slowly start to walk your hands towards that left foot. Now, if you have a lot of sensation here in the right hip, something that might be nice to do is actually press the right hand into the thigh, point the fingers back, and then press the thigh back. You might start to feel a little bit more space, but if it's compromising anything else in your body, just back off. Keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to inhale, come up, From here, we're gonna slowly walk your hands forward. Feel your jaw release. If you wanna come down to your forearms, you can bring your head down, go for that, or just stay right where you're at, enjoying the sensation. 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring your hands back. Now you're gonna take your left hand to the right foot. We're gonna start to lean your left forearm into the left thigh, and then you're gonna reach your right arm up. You're gonna bring your hand towards your head. You're gonna bend the elbow, bring your elbow, kind of squeeze it towards your head, and then press your head back into the hand. And you'll probably feel a real big stretch in that right shoulder, maybe upper arm, perhaps through the rib cage. Maybe you're feeling the pressure of your left elbow into your left thigh. So just notice, what are you feeling? 2 and 1. We're gonna inhale, you're gonna come up, and then we're gonna slowly bring your hands behind you. We're gonna switch the legs to the other side. Beautiful. This time we'll rotate the torso to the right leg. Again, you can stay here. We wanna feel the twist more in the upper back, not so much in the lower back. And then if you'd like, you can exhale, start to walk your hands forward. Just keep breathing. Breathing and softening. Noticing and observing. 2 and 1. We're gonna slowly start to walk up. And then from here, you're gonna gently bring your torso to the center. We'll walk and fold between the bent leg and the straight leg. Again, just noticing and observing. Welcoming your experience. Feel free to bring your head down if that's available. You don't have to. And some days it's really nice to back off a little bit more and not feel like you have to always go to this extreme potential all the time. Just let yourself soften. Maybe not do so much so you have more energy for what you really want to do. 2 and 1. We're going to slowly bring your hands back. Now we're going to take your right hand on that left foot. We're going to bring your right forearm on the right thigh. Let's reach your left arm up, and then we're going to bring the hand behind the head, bend the elbow towards the head, and then press the head back into the hand. And again, just notice where you feel. Make sure you're not collapsing in that right shoulder. Keep breathing, lifting your heart. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to inhale, and we're going to slowly start to come all the way up. Let's gently bring your both legs out, and we're going to walk our hands forward. If this would be better with the knees slightly bent, feel free to do that. So again, just notice what feels good for you. Is this easy? Is it challenging? No judging. 2 and 1. Let's inhale. We're going to slowly start to come back up. From here, let's bring the legs together. We're going to rotate our body, or I'm going to rotate my body, and we're going to slowly stretch your legs out in front of you again. Let's reach up and fold forward. Chin to the chest. Noticing. 3, 2, and 1. Now, if your body is needing to restore a little bit more, stay here or find something that's going to feel good. If you want a little bit of core work, we're going to start to do that. So let's slowly walk your hands back. We're going to bring your hands behind your knees, bend your knees a little bit. We'll roll the shoulders back, press the right foot up, the left foot up, and then maybe release your right hand and your left hand. Holding. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to bring your feet down, hands beside your hips. Let's lift your hips up away from the ground. Give your tailbone a little wag, and then come back down. We're going to do that again if that felt good. So you might need to find the front of the sitting bones. We'll grab behind the knees, roll the shoulders back. Feel your core really steady here. Use the back of the body as you do this, and we'll lift the right foot up and the left foot up. Again, hold here, maybe releasing the hands. 5, maybe it's a little shaky. If you want to straighten the legs out, feel free. 3, 2, 1. Bring your feet back down, hands down. Let's lift the hips up. If you want to come up a little bit higher, feel free. You don't have to. Take care of your body. and back down. Beautiful. One more time. So let's grab behind the legs. Inhale, we'll lift one foot up and the other foot up. Maybe the hands. Keep breathing. Maybe you're going to straighten your legs and point your toes. So play with that. If you want, you can bend and straighten the legs. Maybe you're rowing the boat. 3. This is called boat pose. 2 and 1. We're going to come down. Inhale, let's lift the hips up. Maybe head back. Exhale, back down. Beautiful. Last thing here is we're going to bring the feet together, knees apart. Again, wiggle a little bit from side to side, and then let's slowly fold forward. Perhaps pressing your thighs up and towards your arms, or maybe pressing the arms and the thighs down. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's inhale. We're going to come up. Now we're going to bring the knees together. We're going to bring your hips towards your heels. And very, very slowly, let's lower all the way down onto the back. Yay, we made it. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of more core work from here. So be mindful of your back as we do this. So we want to really make sure that the lower back is pressing into the ground. Perhaps feel the lower ribs and maybe the hips start to connect, and we'll lift your feet off the mat. Keep your knees so they're over the hips. Hands can rest on the core just to help keep that back flat, or if you want, arms alongside the body. And then we're going to tap your right heel down. Inhale up, exhale left heel. Inhale up. Right big toe and up, left big toe and up. Right heel, left heel, right big toe and left big toe. Now you can keep with that, or you can do both legs, heels, and then both legs, toes. And let's take 10. So you're either going to do 5 on each side, or you're going to be doing 10. So choose what works for your body. And one leg at a time is just fine. So honor what does your body need. And if you want to do a little combo, feel free. Beautiful. So it might be fun to go toe, toe, both heels together. Or maybe both toes together and heel down and heel down. And let's do a few more if that feels good. 3, 2, woo, warm it up. And 1, beautiful. All right, so bring both feet down. We're gonna grab onto the sides of the mat, roll your shoulders back, and then inhale, lift your hips up. Breathing, breathing here. And make sure that the knees aren't splaying out too much, really press through the toes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's exhale and come down. Now this time we're gonna take your right foot over your left knee, and then we're gonna squeeze the knees towards the chest. Feel your hip open up a little bit. Feel that really nice sensation, I hope, in your glutes. Relax your jaw or move your jaw. And now from here, we're gonna press the left foot down, keep the right leg where it is, and maybe lift your hips up. Holding, 3, 2, 1. We'll lower the hips down. Now release the arms, bring the arms to the side. We'll drop your legs over to the right, turn your head to the left. Let's inhale back up. And now legs over to the left, head to the right. Ooh, that's a big stretch for me. 2 and 1. Let's inhale. We're going to come up. You're going to crisscross the knees, and we're going to squeeze the knees into the chest. You can hang out right here or grab onto the feet. 2 and 1. We're going to gently release. Unwind the legs. Hands alongside the body. Let's do a traditional bridge pose. So we'll lift your hips up again. Roll your shoulders back. 2 and 1. Exhale, coming back down. Beautiful. So moving to the left side. So we'll start by holding on to the sides of the mat again, left foot over the right thigh. And then we're gonna squeeze into the chest. Beautiful. Relax your jaw a little bit. 2 and 1. Beautiful. We're gonna slowly bring that foot down. We're gonna gently release the arms to the side. We'll drop the knees over to the right. Maybe turn your head to, I'm sorry, knees over to the left, head to the right. 2 and 1. Let's come up, and now we'll come to the other side. Ah, let that feel so good. 2 and 1. We're gonna come back up. Now you're gonna cross your left knee over your right knee. Maybe lift the knees up. You can squeeze the knees or perhaps grab onto the feet. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna slowly release, unwind your legs. Last time, we're gonna roll the shoulders back, press through the feet. Let's lift your hips up again. Maybe grab onto those heels. Maybe even find your tippy toes. 3, 2, and 1. Let's slowly start to come back down. Fantastic. Now let's stretch your left leg out. We're going to take another twist from here. So maybe bring your right foot on your left thigh, and you can start to bring the knee over. Or if you have this space and you want to stretch that right leg out or come a little bit deeper into a pose that feels good for you, feel free to find that for your body. Just keep breathing, keep softening, keep releasing. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to slowly let that go. We're going to stretch out. All right, so right leg's out, left foot this time, maybe on that right thigh, and we'll twist to the other side. Beautiful. And again, just feeling your body open and release, let go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to slowly unwind from here. Stretching both legs out, reach your arms overhead again, long stretch. And then let's slowly release the arms alongside the body. This time we're going to bring the soles of our feet together, knees apart. Excuse me. And you're going to gently grab onto the sides of the mat again. We're going to keep our feet together, knees apart, but you're going to lift your hips up like you're doing a bridge pose. Excuse me. And we're going to slowly, as you're here, keep those knees out. You might notice that your body starts to sway a little bit. Let the body sway. So what's happening here is we're starting to release any tension or patterns we might be feeling or holding in our body. You might even feel the inner thighs a little shaky. Maybe you feel some muscles in the neck and jaw relax. So thinking about what we're doing here is we're starting to release some pressure and feeling some movement transition into the body to feel the system start to release. Just keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to slowly lower your hips down, let your knees fall out to the side. And then very, very slowly, we're just going to start to lift the legs back up. And as you do this really slowly, again, you might feel a little bit of shaking or energy moving, and this is really natural, normal. And we're just kind of releasing tension. So, bringing the legs together, but creating a little resistance for yourself. And you might start to notice that the outside edges of the feet move apart from one another, and that's fine as you bring the legs up. And notice if it's pretty even, or if you come in on one side more than the other. And again, don't judge it, just coming to be aware. And then we're going to slowly bring your feet down. Give your tailbone a little shake out. Beautiful. And we'll bring your legs apart. Now, last thing that we're going to do here is our little inversion piece. So you can just reach and extend the legs to the sky, maybe holding on to the legs. This is beautiful. Those of you who want, you can also start to bring your arms alongside the body. Maybe the elbows are towards the small of the waist, and we'll lift the hips up, hands on the lower back. And those of you who are familiar with shoulder stand, who like to bring your feet over your head first and then lift up from there, just make sure wherever you're going, you're not collapsing in the neck, so you're pressing to the back of the head and the shoulders. And so the chin is away from the chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And feel free to stay extended a little bit longer if this feels good. Or if you want, you can start to squeeze the knees towards the chest, towards the head. Maybe bring your feet over your head, stretching the legs out. And then gently, gently rolling, rolling, rolling all the way down. Beautiful. Stretch the legs out in front of you. Last breath exercise we'll do here, a big breath and movement. So we're going to prop up onto your forearms, bring your hands under your hips, roll your shoulders back, lift your heart up, let your head and neck fall back. Maybe point your toes, let your eyes close. You can take an inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, stick out your tongue, open up. Again. Again. Beautiful. And then we're going to slowly start to release your body, finding Shavasana, this final resting shape. So adjust your body as you need to so you can become comfortable. Maybe let your feet fall away from one another. Bring your hands a little bit away from your body, palms face up, feel the shoulders behind you. Let your eyes close. Feel your jaw soften. Inviting all of the joints of the body to just start to release their hold. As you close your eyes with insight, awareness, and compassion. And taking a really big, full, deep breath into the body. And exhale, letting everything go. Taking another really big, full, deep breath into your body. And exhale, letting go. One more really big, deep breath in. And exhale, releasing. So I'm going to read to you just a passage from The Bloom of Glory. And this is based off the teachings of Maharishi Ramana. The body is compared to a chariot with the mind as its reins. Intelligence is the charioteer, and vital energies are the wheels, made up of spokes of good and bad deeds. Objects of sense perception form the road. And when the mind is controlled by discrimination and introspection, the enemies on the way, like anger, greed, and all the worldly temptations, are conquered. The self is reached safely, and the ego, which rides for a fall, disappears at the mere sight of the self. Ego is the root cause for subjugating us to ignorance. When this ego is annihilated, spiritual consciousness, which is realized, shines in all its splendor. The ephemeral external objects, with their attributes of pleasure and pain, vanish like dream objects when pure consciousness shines. So according to the Bhagavad Gita, just as the light does not flicker, but burns with a steady flame in a windless place, so is the mind of a yogi steadfast when is disciplined and controlled by incessant practice of yoga. The ever-moving waves of the mind disturb our calmness and peace. But when we're free from all of its attachments, the mind is no more agitated by this disturbing surroundings. So like a flame of light which is steady when securely protected from the wind, the mind is firmly established in the self without any agitation. The mind survives in a subtle latent form during rest, also known as samadhi, bliss, and meditation, but does not hesitate to reappear with the greater force after this duration. The mind is just like a mirror. The reflection of the self in the mind is jiva, which is worldly existence. If the mirror mind is removed, the original natural status of the self is perceived and the reflection gets dissolved. Just like the mahout gives iron chain to the elephant for being held in its trunk with a view to arrest the incessant restless movements of the trunk. By the nature of the mind is incessantly roaming and keeping itself active with meaningless engagements. We should divert the mind and engage the same in concentration or meditation. The best and most effective way is to direct it inward to seek its source. So one of the quotes is that little by little, we realize tranquility, release judgment, making the mind abide in the self. We think of nothing at all. So taking a moment to feel your breath. Just feel the breath moving in and out of the body. And then notice the body. And notice the mind. And notice how you're feeling here in this moment. And maybe starting to wiggle your fingers and toes a little bit, perhaps reaching and stretching any way that feels good for you. Just gently coming back, reawakening. Maybe even drawing your knees towards your chest, giving yourself a hug, thanking and appreciating. Perhaps rolling over to your right or left side. Keeping the eyes closed if you can, or the gaze soft, maybe making your way up to a seat, and we'll bring your hands to your heart. Perhaps bowing your chin to your chest. Imagine that you're peering into the heart, connecting with your true self, the quiet self that we find in the meditation when the mind is quieted, the body's released. We just feel connected and one with all. And thank you all so much for allowing me to guide you today. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful rest of the day and week. Give yourself a sweet smile for taking the time out for you today. And thank you. Lots of love. Namaste.